Now in this session we are going to discuss about adapters functionality or array adapters functionality, because in the previous example we have seen how to use array adapter. Let me mark this as very important concept. If you understand this concept, you can almost understand 60% of the existing applications. First, let me draw the same pictorial representation which we have seen in the previous session. Our pictorial representation looks like this. Now we understood that when user clicks on this button, we will take this city name entered in the edit text box and we will add to array list, and then programmer will tell to adapter by saying array adapter dot notify data set changed. Now imagine that user has entered a city Bangalore, and when user clicks add button, that city name Bangalore will be added to array list, which will appear here, and after that programmer will tell to adapter by calling array adapter AA, that is variable name of array adapter, dot notify data set changed. Now in that case what will happen? Array adapter will take latest data from the source. The source is array list, and then it will pass that data to list view. The same Bangalore will appear as a first element in the list view. So here in this session I am going to explain when programmer says notify data set changed, what exactly the internal functionality of this array adapter or adapter, what is making it to push the latest element into list view. Remember, since array adapter is the predefined class of Android software, so obviously this internal logic which is pushing the latest element into list view, that internal logic is automatically predefined and written by Google developers. In this example we are using array adapter, and though array adapter's internal logic is already predefined by Google developers, still as a good Android programmer one should know the internal functionality of adapter. Maybe in this example it looks like it doesn't make any sense because this logic is already predefined, but going forward programmer may need to write his own or her own adapter, that is custom adapter, in which case this array adapter's functionality, whichever is written by Google developers, same logic should be written by the programmer in case of custom adapter. So for the same reason it makes sense to understand adapter's internal functionality. Remember, whatever the adapter functionality which I am going to cover now, this is very much generic functionality, which means the same logic is applicable for any adapter, be it array adapter or cursor adapter or custom adapter, that functionality will remain same. So that means if you understand this adapter's functionality, you can almost understand the internal logic of any adapter. Now before talking about adapter's functionality, first let me recall how we have created this array adapter in our previous program, which looks like this. For my explanation convenience, I have changed here the array list variable name as cities and the array adapter variable name as array adapter, which we have taken in the previous example. So if you observe our previous example, we have created an array adapter object like this, which takes three parameters: new array adapter of this, comma, android.r.layout. simple list item 1, comma, cities. I hope you remember this statement. While explaining about this statement in the previous example, I told that I will be explaining first two parameters later. Last parameter is, since cities are coming from array list, so we are passing array list as a third parameter to this array adapter. Now I am going to explain first two parameters. First parameter is this. In Java terminology, this means current object. Current object means since we have written this code in the activity, so in this scenario this means current activity object or current screen object. Let me explain why we have to pass this as the first parameter. Though it is not very important in this session, I will try to throw a brief light on this parameter. In Android, whenever you are creating a new resource using a new operator, you should tell to operating system you are creating that object under which context. Which context means who is going to use that object. Since we are writing this array adapter to communicate with this list view, and since this list view belongs to our current activity, which means internally our current activity object is going to use this array adapter. That's why we have mentioned first parameter as this, which says this array adapter object is going to be used by our current activity. So we have to pass this parameter. So I hope you understood what is the purpose of first parameter. Since activity is using this array adapter, so we have to pass activity current object. Current object means in terms of Java, it is this. Now coming to second parameter, that is android.r.layout.simple underscore list underscore item underscore 1. This is a predefined XML file of Android. Let me mark it. Now, if you observe second parameter carefully, it says Android dot. Android dot means this belongs to, this is a predefined file of Android software or Android framework. Coming to r.layout. R.layout means this file is available in the resource folder and the layout folder. Tell me what type of files will be available in the layout folder. Obviously we know that only XML screen designs will be in the layout folder. And this simple list item 1 says this is a XML file name. So together it says that simple list item 1 is an XML file which is available in the layout folder, which is available in the resource folder, and which is available in the Android framework. So it's basically a predefined XML file of Android framework. And I don't have to explain about third parameter, that is array list cities. Since cities are coming from array list, we have to specify the data source from where data is coming to your array adapter. Now you may be wondering, what is the purpose of this second parameter, that is this predefined XML file. In order to understand the purpose of this predefined XML file, now I will talk about adapter's internal functionality. So with the basic understanding of array adapter, let us see what is the adapter's internal functionality. That is, when programmer says notify dataset changed, what is the exact logic running inside the adapter which is pushing Bangalore into list view. To understand that, first let me remove this Bangalore city from array list, and I will also remove from list view. Before explaining adapter's functionality, let me show you how exactly this simple list item 1 XML looks like. It looks like this. Since Android is a open source, you can open and see the code of any existing Android file. So if you open that simple list item 1 XML file, it looks like this. This is a simple XML file which contains only a text view. So this can be important interview question also. So what is simple list item 1? It is a predefined XML file of Android which contains only a text view. I will give a simple clue. What is the purpose of this text view? Imagine that user has entered a city name in the edit text box, and user clicks button. Programmer will read this city name, let us say Bangalore, and programmer will push into array list. Now currently your array list contains Bangalore. Somehow that Bangalore should be pushed as the first element of list view here. Now in order to display a text in the list view, we need a text view. So for the same purpose, this array adapter will internally open this simple list item 1 XML, whatever is supplied here, and it knows that internally it contains a text view. It will take this text view and it will read Bangalore from cities. It will place that Bangalore in this text view and it will supply that text view as the first element of list view. Similarly, when user enters next city also, let us say Delhi, that second element will go to array list, that is here, and the same element will be taken by array adapter. Again it will open this simple list item 1 XML. it will take this empty text view that will load the Delhi onto the text view, and it will supply that second text view with Delhi as a second element. So that is the main purpose of simple list item 1 XML file. Now let me write the actual adapters functionality. Every adapter will follow a simple 4-step process. That is, whenever programmer says adapter.notify dataset changed, internally this adapter will execute a simple 4-step process to display a new element onto list view. That 4-step process is very generic functionality which will be available in any adapter. You take array adapter or cursor adapter or custom adapter. This functionality will never change. That's why I told this functionality is very important to understand. Now let me show you that 4-step process. First step is read the latest data from the source. In this case, source is array list of cities. Second step is load simple list item XML, whatever is supplied here, and load all views which are available in that XML file. In that XML file, we have only one text view. Remember, this file is predefined file, so it will contain only one text view. That text view will be loaded as part of second step. Third step is fill the data onto views. That means whatever the data you have read in the first step, that is, let us say user has entered first city as Bangalore, will be applied onto views. Views means whatever the views you have read in the second step. That is, in the second step we have read this text view. So that data Bangalore will be applied onto the text view. That will be the third step. Last step is return the XML to list view. Let me explain this step-by-step process by taking one example. Let us say first user has entered a city with name Bangalore. Now user clicks add button. When user clicks add button, we know that in the button click listener, we are following a 4-step process. First step, read this element. Second step, add that element to array list, so that Bangalore will be added to array list. And then we say notify dataset changed. So once we say notify dataset changed, array adapter will execute a 4-step process. First step is read the latest data from source. Now adapter is intelligent enough and smart enough to compare the elements of array list with the elements of list view. It checks in the array list a new element is available, that is Bangalore, which is not available in the list view. So obviously this array adapter will read that latest data from the source. In this case it is Bangalore. So probably it will read this into a string. Now next step is load simple list item 1 XML file and load all views of that XML file. This XML file has one empty text view. So as part of second step, it will load that empty text view. Now after that, fill the data onto views. So whatever the data you have taken from the source, it will load that data onto this text view. So finally, our text view will look like this. And finally return that XML to list view. Since your XML contains this text view, this filled text view will be returned to list view. So that Bangalore will go here. And the same Bangalore will be placed in the list view at this position. Remember, just like arrays will start with 0th index, array list elements also start with 0th index. Similarly, list view positions also starts with 0. Now, if the 0th element in the source, that is array list, is Bangalore, then definitely the 0th element of list view also will be Bangalore. That will be automatically taken care by array adapter. Whenever programmer says notify dataset changed, this 4-step process will keep on executing. Now imagine that user has entered next city, let us say Sydney. Now in this case, Sydney will be added here. And when programmer says notify dataset changed, again this 4-step process will be executed. First it will fetch the latest data from source. The latest data means it will compare the data of array list with list view. List view contains only Bangalore. Array list contains Bangalore and Sydney. So the latest data is, in this case, Sydney. So now it will take Sydney and then load XML file one more time and load empty text view one more time. Now you got empty text view plus you got the data. Step 3 is fill this data onto this text view, which will look like this. That is text view with Sydney. And finally return this XML file which contains a text view to list view. And list view will automatically place that Sydney below Bangalore, that is here. So that is how list view will display the elements with the help of array adapter. So in this whole picture, this adapter's functionality is playing crucial role, which is reading the data from source, that is array list, and it is displaying in the list view, that is destination. In this pictorial representation, array list is a source, array adapter is a bridge, and list view is destination. So with this, I hope you understood the internal functionality of adapter or array adapter.